Okay, hello. This is Juliet. I am going to show you a tutorial on how to do a case for a Samsung Note 8. This is my tablet. And this is my first attempt at a tutorial, so hopefully this will help you in making a case for your tablet. So what we're going to do today is the first thing I did was I measured my tablet, and I use graph paper. It makes it a lot easier, and what I've done is I traced the actual size. That very faint line right there is the actual size of the tablet, and I went just about a half of a centimeter larger than the actual size of the tablet, and I rounded my edges. And the significance of making a template, I will show you here in just a minute. Now I kept this edge here, I kept it straight because this is where the spine of our will be, so I kept it straight. And I made this here, that will be for the camera. If you have a camera on your tablet, that will allow you to take pictures while your tablet is still in your case. So what this allows you to do is, I like to use the corrugated cardboard, and I used my 1.5-year-old, this diaper box, plenty of those laying around. So I just took the template, laid it on the box, traced it, and then used handy dandy X-Acto knife, cut it out, cut the camera part out on one, and then left the second solid. This will be the front. This here will be the back. So you will have two of these here. So our next thing you will need is, you'll need Velcro, of course, for your, we'll make a Velcro flap to go across the front. Duct tape of any color. I have Hunter Orange and Flage, which was actually intended for a bifold wallet for my 7-year-old son for his birthday, so I ended up having to make this to keep it still a surprise for him because he found the duct tape. And I use clear duct tape over, or clear tape, which is also the Duct brand duct tape, packing tape, to keep stickies from duct tape getting onto your tablet screen. It helps. So we will get started with the rest of this, and hope you enjoy. Thank you.
And unfortunately, no one ever returns from
Okay, now that we've cut out our two pieces of cardboard, we're going to start with our spine. I've started with the Hunter Orange since I'm doing the Hunter Orange and the camouflage. So what we're going to do now is we need to get the width of the tablet, which mine is about 1 centimeter. Now you're going to want to allow enough room for the cardboard to fold over the tablet. So you're going to want to go about 1/2 centimeter more to allow for that. So what we're going to do is we're going to flip this over like so, with the sticky side up. Now you want to take your back piece, and remember that the piece with the hole with the camera needs to be at the top. So it doesn't matter which side of your cardboard is facing up or down, it's going to have tape over it anyway, so it doesn't matter. So what we're going to do is you'll take your ruler. You may not be able to see mine very clearly, but you'll measure 1.5 centimeters or however wide the thickness of your tablet, and then you'll take your back piece here and you will lay it down like so. And then I'll be back with the next step. Okay, now that we have that done, our next step, you need to cut one more strip of the same color and lay on the inside of your spine. Just tape it down, and then we'll be right back with our next step. Okay, this is our next step. We're going to be covering the fronts of our pieces of cardboard. Now, remember, we want to leave, I prefer to leave the color of my spine showing. So when you get up to this point, this edge of the spine with your second option of duct tape. And then you'll start right on the edge on this side, on the next side, and then finish on through covering it with your second option. And then we'll be back with the next step. Okay, now that you have that completely covered, what we want to do first, you want to go ahead and flip it over. If I can get it unstuck. And where we made our camera hole, you just simply want to take your X-Acto knife and just make an X cut in there, and then just fold it over. It kind of just, it makes it look really neat. And then just take your edges and fold them over. Now if you've got the rounded edges here like so, I recommend that you take and about right here, you make a cut here, here, straight out from the center of the curve, and then another one here, and another one right on this side here. That'll just make it easier to roll over your edges and tape them down, and it'll make it come out a lot neater. So go ahead and do that, and we'll come back with the next step. Okay, now we have our front covered, and our camouflage, our main color. Our spine is made. Our edges are nice and neat. We have our camera hole. And now we're going to cover the inside. And before doing so, of course, make sure that your tablet fits and everything. I've already done so. Now what we're going to do is you're going to make a sheet with your whatever color you're going to use on the inside. Make a sheet. I've chosen the orange. And again, we're going to use the template, or I've chosen to use the template. On one sheet, you're going to make sure you have your camera hole. And my sheet required 4 strips of tape by the length of the tablet. And you'll want to make the strip just slightly longer than the length. And then take your tablet, or your template, and you'll just trace it out. I've already traced it and cut it, but you'll just trace it out, and then you'll take your X-Acto knife and cut along the line that you've traced, and then cut out your camera hole in just one, and then do one other sheet without the camera hole for the front of it. And go ahead and do that, and then I'll come back and we'll show you how to do the straps to hold in the tablet. Okay, real quick, we're going to do the strap that will go across the front to hold it closed. All I did here was I took a strip of my main color, which is the camouflaged, and I did about a 4 1/4 strip of the camouflage, and then I took a 3" by about, let's see, 1 1/2 I just laid the 1.5 on top of the camouflage. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to cut the corners and I'm going to fold them over, and I'll be right back. Okay, I've got my edges on my strap folded over. Now I have this piece here that's still sticky, and what we're going to do is on the back of the case, I don't know if you can see that there, but I've marked here and here, and that is where my halfway point is on the back of the case. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put my strap on there, and then we'll continue from there. Okay, now that we have the strap on, I wanted to go ahead and do that before I did the straps to hold the tablet itself in. So if you so choose, this is the inside where I have covered the inside. Now if you so choose straps on for the tablet itself to hold it inside, you can cover it with clear tape to keep the stickiness of the duct tape itself from sticking to your screen, which does happen occasionally. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now, and then we'll come back and we'll put the corner straps on. Okay, now we're at the point where we can add our straps. Sorry for the toys, my little one's been playing. Okay, what I have done, I don't know if you can tell, but I have cut about 1/4 inch slots in the base of in the back of the cover itself here. Right there. Now what I've done is I have lined up the tablet to the case itself. Made sure it was lined up, fit right, make sure the camera's lined up with the camera hole. And I've taped the tablet itself to the cover to kind of keep it in place. So but what I've done is I've just marked where I want the strap to go here. Just kind of marked it with a pin, and then you'll take your X-Acto knife and just kind of cut it all the way through to the very back, all the way through. And then what you're going to do is you're going to poke your piece of elastic through the slit that you made on both sides. Okay, now some people may tape the elastic, just tape it, or use tape itself. I choose to use elastic because it tends to hold the tablet in a lot better. And I don't suggest just taping your elastic, because with the elastic being stretched and pulled, it will tend to pull out of the duct tape, and it won't stay very long, and you'll end up having to retape it. So I'm going to show you a type of method that I've kind of come up with. And what I've done is this is one strap that I've already done. I've just slid it through the slots, and I've come over to the back side where I've slid it through, and I've hot glued it. So I'm going to slide it through, and then I will show you how I've hot glued it to the back of here and secured it. Okay, I apologize. I've already done one side. My record decided not to turn on. I'm using my cell phone. Sorry about that. So I have it pulled through here. Okay, make sure you have it snug. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to take and put just a dot of hot glue there. Like I said, make sure you've pulled the elastic snug. And just kind of hold it in place for a moment. Make sure you don't touch the hot glue and burn yourself. And then once that's kind of cooled, just kind of hold it in place for a minute. Okay. Give me just one moment. Okay, I've cut just a little bit of the excess off. Now I've left just a little bit right there that I can hold on to, because what we're going to do is I'm going to take and I'm going to put another dot of hot glue on this side of the elastic before I put the tape down, because it will extra secure this in and it won't pull out like it would if it was just duct taped. So what we're going to do is we're just going to add another dot of glue here. Sorry, I'm kind of doing this in my lap here. And then we'll put the duct tape over that like I have right here. Okay, so now we have all of our corner elastic pieces in. Excuse me. We've done our strap. Of course, just put some loop on it, Velcro. Now we have, it's just purely for looks, I just took some of the orange duct tape and just wrapped around the elastic, is all I did. Just purely for looks, so totally optional. Just to kind of make it look a little fancier, I guess. So that is what it looks like. Open. So, and get her started up here. Now, like I said, this will be pretty snug as far as a fit. Now, if you don't want it as snug, you are more than welcome to make it slightly bigger. The camera does show. So what we'll do, and the other thing that's good about having this here is you have your own, don't know if I can do this one-handed, but we will definitely give it a good effort here. And now you have your own stand. Stands up for you. And camera does work. Sorry, I got kids' toys all over the room. There's my two little boys doing, looks like they're watching cartoons. So the camera does work. So I really hope that this was a helpful tutorial. I do apologize that it may not be exactly the best recorded tutorial, but I am unfortunately working with my cell phone because I do not have an actual video camera as of yet. So, but I do hope that this was really helpful for anyone that is looking for maybe a different way to make a tablet. And you do have access to all of your buttons: volume, power, earphones, charger. And then you've got your memory card on that side if you have a Samsung. This is a Samsung Galaxy. And of course you can still access the selfie camera, the all your buttons and everything. So thank you for watching and have a great and wonderful day.